Hello.
Ma'am, you audible?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
audible?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, doctor. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. So today we have with us Dr. Yashika Arora, who's going to share some ideas about Calcarea phosphorica remedy with us. So Dr. Yashika is doing her PG from BKMM Homeopathic Medical College, and she is also editor of BJN Publication. So welcome, Dr. Yashika. Thank you so much for accepting invitation and taking time out for this session. So let's start. Over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And it's my pleasure always. I'm thankful to the Aurangabad and Latur study group for giving me again an opportunity to present a remedy of Calcarea Phos. So it's been great always to have sessions with you and your whole team. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. So I just want to begin. I hope people are waiting. So I just want to begin with the presentation. I'll just share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
visible.
So today we are going, as the series is going on of Calcarea group. So we are going to discuss the Calcarea group today. And we have Calcarea phosphorica remedy to be discussed by me. So I'll start with the gist of the introduction that we have studied since so long regarding the component of calcium, as the remedy is being compiled of two components, that is calcium and phosphorus. So I just want to gist down what is the actual features of calcium. Everybody knows that it belongs to the group 2 and period 4. So group 2 is known for dependencies and towards the fears and if, in fact, if you talk about period 4, it depends. It also requires company. So we are going through these things since past few days. And period 4 has a criticizing history. They have a fighting spirit because they are being criticized. So when you talk about calcium, so it belongs to this group 2 and period 4. So accordingly, what happens is it has a central delusion that what false belief he has a calcium component. He believes that other person who's looking after him or looking at him, he will notice this confusion. Still he's like he's not so capable as they feel or appear. He feels inside that there is some confusion. People notice his confusion, whatever is going on in his mind. So what calcium patient feels that they are incapable, and others may realize this confusion, that they are incapable of something. They are very sensitive to whatever others will think or say about them. We have calcium people who will continue worry one or on one or the other thing, and they'll always worry ki what are people thinking about them. So it's why when you talk about Calcarea children, usually you may see some children who will be coming and uh, to, uh, talking like who will all those grown ups think of me. Some children says ki they are very much sad or lament over that they are not being appreciated. They'll go to the mother, or they'll go to the parents, and they'll ask, are they good, are they bad, do they think ki she's beautiful. So such tendency of calcium is having, because they overthink actually what people are thinking about them, because they have a sort of insecurity. That is, again, there is a lack. When you read mineral kingdom remedies, so you see there is something lacking. that's the theme of Mineral Kingdom, that they lack something, they have some insecurities. So what insecurities they have? This calcium component, as it's the cation and comes on the left hand side of the periodic table. So when you study calcium, they have a fear of vulnerability. They are vulnerable. So to that insecurity, that sort of fears, that uncertainty goes inside the calcium persons. They constantly, because of this insecurity, they try to compare themselves with others. In fact, this is one of the best remedy, most common remedy used for number of fears. So we have, the theme is like they have a fear that they others will not think good about them good enough. They are not good. They have some, they have a fear of loss, they have a fear of poverty, they have a fear of future. That insecurity is being seen at every level. They'll think that they'll have a premonition, like that something will go wrong. They'll be having anticipating fears. So they are very much sensitive to such criticism, especially when they are in public. And what they do is they try to hide that thinking of theirs, that they are feeling that other person is thinking or criticizing them. So they are very much sensitive about it. But at the same time, what happens is they because of this insecurity, because of this sensitiveness, oversensitiveness, what they'll do is they'll withdraw from the society and they'll build a protective layer around them. So this is what it is about calcium. I think something happened. I'll just again share the screen. I'll just again share the screen. So I hope my screen is clear. So yes, what happens is they withdraw themselves, they build a protective layer around themselves, like the calcium have the calcium sources there. They like a oyster shell. They are being prepared. They are being prepared from the oyster shell. So they'll surround themselves from a protective layer like an oyster, and they'll have a passive. They'll wait and wait for long rather than react on things. So they'll continuously work hard, but they're passive in their soft spot. So yes, you should remember all these things. They have a tendency to hold on, to be passive, and become hard. They are hard. They are hard. That is being also seen in their physical symptoms like scrofulousness and other things. So I think there is some issue with the screen. Okay. So now we come to the component of phosphorus. The second component of this remedy is phosphorus. Phosphorus belongs to the group 15 and the period 3 of periodic table. When you read group 15, so that is having a desire of company, that is also have a sort of insecurity. The lack feeling is always there in the mineral kingdom. So when you see this phosphorus remedy, they are also towards decline thing. They're also towards the declinity. So one must remember that this period 3 and group 15 feature is like they'll move towards the vulnerability, towards the decline, to beyond the family. So how they present is like, when you see a very bright young person and they have no boundaries, and I would say a social butterfly, when you see a social butterfly person, like, so you can easily judge phosphorus, because they are so highly impressionable. They are so highly, they have a nature that they impress on others. They are such such imaginative people. And unki company, those people company will make the other person feel enlightening, invigorated. They'll throw light to others, like the phosphorus nature is. So when you see phosphorus, that's being obviously emitting light. So phosphorus, similarly, the remedy of phosphorus also, जिसकी भी company में the person would be, whichever company he'll make the other person invigorated, full of energy. So because that person is full of energy and that person provides energy to the others. So phosphorus are usually open people. They have no boundaries. They lack boundaries. They share everything with every other person. So you can tell them, because because no communication is better than any communication is better than no communication. So one must remember कि उनको they'll communicate. Whatever happens, they want to communicate. They don't want to be silent. So such people also, they have a leaning tendency. When you see a phosphorus patient or a phosphorus characteristic, so you'll see that the person is coming towards you. Whenever a patient of phosphorus is sitting beside you, so you'll see he'll lean down like this on their they need support. So that is again the feature of phosphorus. They desire to be magnetized. They have a leaning tendency, supportive. They need support. So what you can see is during a consultation, they'll lean towards you, or they'll be having restlessness, this curiosity feeling. So this is the component of phosphorus. Again, they have fear of being fear of ghost, fear about future. So these are the features which are together found in the phosphorus and the calcarea. So when you see this excitable nature of phosphorus, they laugh at serious things. Excitability is there. They'll also forward like this. They are going to die, as if they have an illness that will terminate their life. So such things, what happens is social butterfly again is coming. So social butterfly people are of phosphorus nature, all or nothing. Like if a person is being left in a society, in a new society, he has never been there, और अगर वो उस सोसाइटी में उसके पास दो ही ऑप्शन रहेंगे, either he has to withdraw himself, live alone, or have no things towards and hide himself. Otherwise what he can do is he can try to adopt to the new society. So what a phosphorus person will do is he'll go to this new society, he'll try to adopt into the new society, he'll do new things, he'll merge into this, he'll try to merge into the society. So yes, when these two phosphorus components and calcium component compiles together, what happens is calcarea, being shy people, need to have around others around them, wants protection. They try to bring a protective shield around them, and they want to go home. Wala feeling that is there in calcareas. So when they are combined with the phosphorus, what happens is who is having love to travel, they'll have curiosity, fear of being unloved, uncared. They have a desire for magnetism, and they're friendly, so friendly in nature, loving guy, and he's like enlightening others, and as well sympathetic on the same level. When these two combines, what will a remedy come out is calcarea phos, who will be having features like wants to go out and relate to others. They'll have a wanting to go out, to meet people, communicate with them. They'll be affectionate. They'll make friends, which is the phosphorus nature. And at the same time, what happened will is the insecurity of calcarea would be there. Therefore, they'll want to go home again, where they will again feel safe because of that protective layer which they want of calcarea. So such a compilation of features is there in calcarea phos. What all compiles is they have a theme of activity. They'll be active, they'll have mobility, they'll love to travel, they'll love to go out. At the same time, they'll be friendly, and after that it is all over, so they'll feel insecure and they will want to go home alone. Like usually in athletes who have mobility as well, friendliness as well, and they are very glowing people talking to each other. So what happens is this remedy is being prepared by triturating dilute phosphoric acid with lime water. What I have done in today's presentation, I'll only discuss the main features of calcarea phos with you all through different examples as well as different life space. So we'll be discussing. I'll just list out that everybody knows calcarea phos is a very good remedy as a biochemical. It's being used as a very nice remedy for dentition troubles, for children who have bone diseases, who are not able to grow properly, who have open fontanelles, who have open sutured fontanelles. So these problems which in children or those children who are tubercular, who's having tuberculosis, or they are peevish looking, they are flabby abdomen, they have a flabby abdomen, they have cold extremities, there is very feeble digestion, wasting diseases is there, marasmus is there, anemia is there. So such people you'll see, and as well they have a glandular enlargement. So what you'll see is all these features when they come, they have bone problems, they have sutures, great affinity towards the suture symphysis, where the bones are being joining together. So that all affections, when it comes to, you can think of calcarea fos. Scrofulous tendencies, obesities, flabbiness in the flabbiness in abdomen, for chlorosis, anemia, that is, then phthisis. Again, we're talking about tuberculosis. So such is a nature of a calcarea fos remedy. We can compile it into, when you work according to Boninghausen sir, LSMC, location, sensation, modalities, concomitants. You can see calcarea fos has left-sided affections. For example, they have a curvature of spine to the left, or lumbar vertebra bent to the left. So such people's colossus and all, so such bone affections, you can use. For left-sided affections, it's a remedy. It's a great remedy. Then the sensation, you may see there is weakness in the calcarea fos patient. There is obstinate pain when you talk about abdomen. There is indescribable distress in the stomach when you talk about digestion, etc. And if you talk about heart problems, or whatever things are going on in the chest, so they have a sharp pain, like an instrument through the end of the sternum. They have buttocks. What happens is, there is a sensation of uneasiness in the buttocks or the back, as if they are going to sleep. So you should remember all these sensations when you're working on this remedy. Rheumatic pains are also very obstinate, so one must note all these features. Plus the modalities, what happens is, you must remember that they are tubercular in nature. Calcarea fos are tubercular myxum is predominant. So what you can see is, they'll be worse. They are very extremely chilly patients. They'll be worse because of cold, damp weather, or when the snow is getting melted, or there are changes in the weather, or usually when the east winds are flowing. So you must note this thing, that these aggravation also occurs. And also when they're getting up, or when they think about their complaints, when they think about their symptoms, they have a very aggravating factor. Plus, if you talk about the amelioration, the opposite will happen. That is, they'll be better in summers. They'll have a better feeling, amelioration, when they're in the warm, dry atmosphere, or they're resting. So you should remember this. There are few concomitant features as well. I will just share the concomitant features. They have a fistula and ano alternating with chest symptoms. Like if you see a patient of fistula and ano who is suffering from anal fistula, so you can see that the patient who is operated after for fistula, or who had a history of fistula, and now they are suffering from chest complaints. Or you can see fistula is there, and sometimes chest symptoms happens, chest pain is there, cough is there. So such symptoms, when they are alternating together, so you can think of calcarea fos. Also, they have a feature of this diabetes, whenever they have I'll just show the presentation again. So we have this feature of diabetes when the lungs are affected. So when you see this, you'll see there is fistula and ano alternating with chest symptoms, diabetes when the lungs are affected, and dropsy again from the heart affections. So such features can be seen. When you talk about this feature of causative factors, what are the ailments that a calcarea group is suffering from? You must remember 3 points. That is, they have an ailment from bad nutrition. You should remember they have an ailment from bad weather. And third is they have an ailment from bad news. So these three things must be remembered when you are studying Calcarea Phos. So bad nutrition, first of all, we'll discuss, like you have normally seen patient of rachitis, rickets, who are emaciated, again bone diseases, tuberculosis patients, or there is non-union of fractured bones, there is anemia, there is slow convalescence, the patient is not able to recover from the disease, acute disease. They have specifically in babies, when there is non-union of sutures, open fontanelles, they have late learning to walk, delayed dentation, delayed developmental delays, late learning to talk, late learning to walk. So these things can be covered in Calcarea Phos very beautifully. So one feature is they have a malnutrition, malnourished children. You can think at the physical level when you see, so you can think of Calcarea Phos. Secondly, you have the causative factor of bad weather, which we already discussed, that Calcarea Phos is a chilly remedy. So they are worse in winters. They have infections due to cold weather, and whether getting wet in the winter season, or whenever they'll have an autumn season, there is change of weather. They'll be better in spring, and when this there'll be aggravation, things will return in the autumn season, or when there is snow melting. So these all features will be covered by Calcarea Phos, these two features. When the third one comes out, you need to differentiate what is the ailments of bad news, because there are numerous remedies when you study, like Ignatia, Staph, and many other remedies, Coffea, who have complaints after they hear a bad news. So you need to understand this bad news factor of Calcarea Phos. Very important. This is very important. So what happens is, bad news, like psychological stress is there in everyday's life, any grief, any anxiety, or any insult, that will cause a deep imbalance in the patient of Calcarea. Calcarea Phos. How? So when you talk about CP, that is Calcarea Phos, there is an example which I've shared. There is a person who will be having a telephone call, and he'll hear that there is some relative, close relative of him, that has suffered from a car accident. So what he'll become very overwhelmed with emotions. He'll not be able to cope up with that situation. He'll react. He'll get excited, and will have palpitation, breathlessness, sweating, or fainting spells. You must have seen many patients, they hear a bad news and they fell down, they faint. So yes, you can think of Calcarea Phos at that point, when they are perspiring profusely, especially in the neck region and the head region. They have perspiration. So this is so imbalanced. But yes, this was a temporary imbalance that turned into a chronic condition. This temporary imbalance, which was an accident, a news on call, they turned into a chronic condition. And now what happens is, he is very much afraid of hearing anything bad or any unpleasant news. And just a mere idea that something unpleasant is about to happen, about to be there, is very much unbearable. So what you will see is, there are pathological consequences of such a shock. They'll be affecting their mental level, their emotional level, their physical level. On all three levels, they'll be affected, which a patient who was very well, who was a very balanced person, will become now fearful, afraid to be alone, afraid in the dark. They'll become oversensitive, they'll become irritable, they'll become angry, and they cannot stand to see others suffer. They'll become sympathetic. So what happens is, at a point, what will happen is, this is the line quoted by Dr. Clark in his book, that either what will happen, they'll grow very violent if somebody is not listening to them, or if his opinion is deferred, or they'll become very violent, irritable, snappish. If someone has done wrong, there'll be indignation rises in him, that this is wrong, why did you do this? So at that time, after that, he would like to avoid that conversation. So this should be clear how you can differentiate it with Ignatia and other remedies. We'll be discussing in the end also how you can differentiate the CP with Ignatia, Aurum, Staph, and many other remedies. So how is the personality which is developing from Calcarea forces? They are friendly. Yes, again, because of this phosphorus element. They love to travel, again, because of this phosphorus element. They'll be homemaking. Whenever we already discussed, जब वो नई जगह पे जाएंगे, whenever they'll be going out of some place. So what will they will have a nature of they'll have some nature like uh, they'll be settling down. They'll coordinate with people. They'll become friendly with new people. They'll be sympathetic, and they'll be very sensitive to injustice. Why? Because of that bad news only. See, you must have seen patient or children who will come to say you, and or your parents usually hear this, that it's not fair, you did wrong to this, or they feel they that the other child is being loved, this other sibling is being loved or attended more than they were being loved. So this level of sensitivity is there in Calcarea force, because they'll feel this attention and love which is being less to them, and the other person have. So when you see a patient or a child who is complaining, it's not fair that the other child, my sister is being loved more, my brother is being loved more, so you can think of this thing, because they have a sensitivity to injustice. And Dr. T.F. Allen has explained about this unpleasant news, that what happens is unpleasant news makes him beside himself. He'll be very much out of humor. He'll be not, he'll have no inclination to speak whenever he hears a bad news. So these are the features. But before we study, I just want to update you with the main features, how the development of Calcarea force occurs. See, this is a Calcarea force child. When you are born, what happens is how this development of CP occurs. We'll just study that first. Children usually of CP are immature. They'll have a immature or irresponsible parents. History of immature or irresponsible parents. Just realize how their character is being developing. So they'll have a history of immature, irresponsible parents, or those parents who are having marital disharmony, or some stress at home, or some or the other issue at home is there. So what happens is they'll be emotionally deprived, plus they'll be nutritionally all deprived, because their parents would be busy in themselves. They'll be immature, they'll be fighting among themselves, or they are into jobs, they are so busy that they don't even look after their children. So such a child would have a history of emotional or nutritional deprivation, that is decrease. After this emotional or nutritional deprivation, because of this, he'll become very anxious. He'll have anxiety, he'll have fears, he'll be very alert always. He'll be a nervous child and very conscious about what is happening around, what are people talking about, or what are people thinking about. And inside, he'll have some grief. That grief is because of the history of deprivation of emotions, because he's not being loved. He has seen fights at home. So such things would be there. So at last, what happens is involuntary sighing. He may develop, he may develop such things, involuntary sighing. But this is at the respiratory level, because he may develop such disease also, which is making him shortness of breath. Or he may have mental retardation. He'll be mentally weak, because usually when you see an Calcarea force patients, so you will maximum you will find very much having weak memory. Their mental dullness is there, but they'll be hyperactive when you talk about the physical level. They'll be hyperactive at the physical level. So there is a guilt. What happens is, due to this nervousness, involuntary sighing, and everything, so what he'll happen is he'll develop a guilt feeling inside, especially when others are being reproached, or they are being beaten, or they are being irritated, or there is something they are being scolded. So they'll have a guilt feeling inside them, after which they'll become violent. And then such violent people will become so sensitive, they'll be oversensitive to any sort of criticism, they'll be shy, they'll have a lack of self confidence, they won't be able to express themselves, they'll become at last, at one character they'll be sensitive, and other character they may also become abusive, they may become snappy, they may become cruel, they'll be shouting, they'll be reverting bad about things. So you must remember all these things. When you talk about teenage, when this child goes to his teenage, what becomes is he becomes stressed because of this nutrition lack and the emotional lack. He'll be stressed out. Then you during the teenage, everybody has immense pressure to learn, study. They have to study so hard that they need to make sure that others do not think that they cannot learn or communicate well. So you just note this thing symptom again. They'll study, they'll have immense pressure, and they'll study hard. But क्यों पढ़ेंगे while they study? Because they think, because of that fear inside, that दूसरे लोग कुछ और गलत ना सोचे, दूसरे लोग कुछ गलत ना सोचे. That is a feature of Calcarea Foss. When you see a Calcarea Foss teen, he'll study not because studying is right or parents are telling. They'll study because others will think that they cannot study. So दूसरे गलत ना सोचे, उनको बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. कैलकेरिया फॉस पेशेंट को बहुत फर्क पड़ता है कि दूसरे लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं उनके बारे में. So you must note this thing, how the Calcarea Foss teen is there. Why do he study? और फिर उसके बाद क्या होगा, either these things, they'll communicate, they'll study hard, they'll do new things, they'll develop new things. And usually in the teenage, if it's like obviously the phosphorus tall slender personality will come, plus they'll have a flabby abdomen as well of Calcarea. So these two compiles, and they'll have a rapid growth during their teenage. They'll start developing new things, going towards innovations when they're studying, when they're trying to develop themselves so much that people don't think the bad about them, or people don't talk bad about them. So what happens is suddenly there is an emotional trauma, there comes an emotional trauma in the life, that they become disappointed in love. So what happens is usually they may have a history of disappointed love during the teenage, and this happens with many people. What happens this will lead to loss of motivation, loss of energy. They'll have decreased energy, and at last what they'll become is apathetic. They'll become peevish. They'll become obstinate, ziddy, difficulty to wake up. They'll not wake up. Usually teenage में ऐसा होता है that students and people teens usually do not like to wake up early. So yes, this is a common feature again. So ऐसा you can see in CP child, CP teen, adult. So any sort of mental or physical exertion will aggravate things. And at last, because of such things, such peevishness, such obstinacy, such apatheticness, they'll be becoming dissatisfied with their life. They'll be bored, and now they want desire for change or travel. Now they want to travel outside, and after they travel, no, what do you see? They'll go travel, love traveling, they'll roam around, they'll have fun all around, and now they'll have a sort of insecurity now they are not safe. So what happens is they will want to go home. This is the homesickness of CP, that after this boredom, after these things, they'll go to outside to travel, but at the end they'll realize कि भाई I cannot live out. I am having homesick. I am homesick now. I want to go home because that is my safest place. Now they'll want to protect themselves. So what you need to remember is these all features. So now these characteristic features develop after this evolution of a CP person. This is one of the main remedy, a very main remedy as an antisoric said by Schussler, and it is one of the 12 biochemic remedies also. So you will see an emaciated person. When you see a CP person, you will see a emaciated person who is very dirty brown or dirty white. They'll not be fair, like calcarea carb. They won't be calcarea. They won't be like calcarea carb healthy child. They'll be having emaciation, but yes, they'll have a flabby abdomen just similar to calcarea carb. They'll have a craving for fats. They'll have craving for meat. They'll have craving for salty food, salty things. Not and you should remember this craving. This is a very marked feature, keynote symptom of CP. So you must note down this. And usually CP people have a CP child has complaints during teething. It is a very good remedy for teething. When the teeth are developing slowly, there is rapid decay of teeth, or there is adenoid growths. So you can think of adenoids when there is enlargement of adenoids. So yes, you can see this features. Yeah. What is happening? Usually the other characteristic features when you talk about is this only ki such children, because of this heavy sort of pressure, heavy sort of mental level pressure, they'll become forgetful. They'll always want to go somewhere out. Usually this is a very good remedy for anemic school children who are having headaches or headaches after at their puberty age, because of this pressure of study, because they want to impress on others. They don't want people to think about them wrong. So what happens is they have this is a very marked and good remedy for headache of school children. And again, we already discussed that cranial bones soft, thin. They have a craving for smoked meats. There is great hunger with thirst, and they'll have flatulence. They'll have defective bone growth. Remember, there is a great hunger, but ravenous appetite is there. But then they are losing their flesh. They are usually anemic in nature. How is it fine? So you can see this features that these are also at the sexual level. We didn't discuss about CP. So you should note that they have a nymphomania. They are so excitable. They have sexual excitability. They all the organs in erection may be there with irresistible desire in CP patient, usually before catamania. Usually before a hug, they may have so much extreme desire. Somebody is there is some issue with the screen of someone. I think that's creating issues. Yeah, now it's clear. Now it's clear. So when you talk about these specular features, they have infomania. They may have aching or pressing pain, or there is some weakness in the uterine region, like in platina. And you must remember this for the sexual excitability. We'll be discussing. Here it is. Sexual sphere. The sexual sphere of calcareous phos, when you talk, they have general they are very sexually excitable. So when you talk about CPs, general weakness may make them less prone to seek out sex on one hand. So on one hand, what on one end is the screen clear to everybody? Yeah, now it's clear. So I just want to request to not press your screen again and again, anybody. So when you talk about sexual sphere, there are two sections of sexual sphere. At once, they'll have general weakness, that they'll become very less prone to sex. But on the other hand, when you talk about CP individuals, especially women, they have a very strong sexual drive. extreme to that point that they may suffer from the intensity of that sexual drive. They have a nymphomania, which is exactly very, very intense before menses, whenever there is the start of the menses. Also, they are having an orgasm sometimes, which gives them extra energy, and they'll feel a general well-being because of this nymphomania, because of this orgasm, because they'll have a good appetite at that point after the orgasm, or they'll have a much desire to work after coitus. Usually a normal individual would feel weak or prostrated after coitus, but when you talk about CP person, CP women especially, so they'll have a desire to work, they'll feel good after the coitus, after the intercourse. So this is the mental and the sexual sphere of CP. And when you talk about mind level, they'll have a weak memory, they wouldn't want to exert themselves mentally, they'll be peevish, they'll always want to go home, that we discussed. And at the clinical point of view, you may find it, what I have found useful is CP is very much useful in bone affections, anemia, cretinism, dentition problems, headaches, and nymphomania. Usually phosphaturia is also very good. This is it's very good for phosphaturia. And also one of the problem of when you see a usually in teenagers, this disease happens is Osgood-Schlatter disease, which is having inflammation and pain in the shin bone. That is the patella in the shin bone. They at the insertion of patella tendon, they'll have some inflammation or pain. Usually when you give CP to such patients, you will have a cure, which if they cannot be cured because of this problem, this patella thing, they won't be able to play they won't be able to play, they have to give up their sport. So when you talk about CP, it is such good remedy that it can cure that problem as well. So you should remember all these specular symptoms when you talk about. Plus the leukorrhea is also to be remembered, that is of cream-like nature. They have milky leukorrhea. There is burning in the vagina. They'll have on the both sides of the bladder and uterus. They may have pain. They may sweat easily. So this is what is the but this leukorrhea and flushes of feet and painness is less than that extreme level of sepia. So this can be compared. We'll be discussing CP and sepia in the end also. Also, this is a very good remedy for constant yawning. The children or those people who have a tendency to constantly yawn, you can use in them. They'll for dyspepsia also, this is a great remedy. For flatulence, green slimy stools and fetid flatters, you will see this can occur. Usually diarrhea is there with dentition problems. So green diarrhea, green stools are there in children. Usually you find out this complaint when you see a child during dentition. They'll have that he's under dentition, he's having pain in tooth and etc. Plus he's suffering from diarrhea. Green slimy stools are there. So you can give CP. I have given it in 6 potency as well. It's not 6x, 6C potency as well as 30 potency, and it's very beautiful. It cures the child so beautifully. So I've seen such effects of CP, and it's a great remedy for this dentition problems. See, I have got some PQRS symptoms when I was searching for this say calcarea fos, or while I was making this presentation, that usually you'll see what calcarea fos girls have. They have a strong desire for the color pink. You can see that the room of their room also, they may want of pink color, or these girls. And when they become older, when they grow, they'll become like tomboys. Usually they'll love to travel or climb on a tree. They'll have outdoor pursuits. They'll want to opt for outdoor things. So this is a PQRS symptom which I was finding in the Vitulka sir book. I think when I was reading Dr. Vitulka's material. So yes, that it was being written that they have a very strong liking for the color of pink. So you must remember, if you find a girl who is similar to the calcarea phos and presenting symptoms and totality similar to calcarea phos. Plus, she has a marked symptom of when you go on for life space, that she loves pink color, and she wants her room and everything to be of pink color. And now she has become tomboyish. She wants to be she behaves like boys, tomboys. So yes, you can think of CP for that people. Now we'll study the contradictory symptoms of CP. These are some of the contradictory symptoms, like they are sensitive people. When you talk about in the inner level, they have an inner discontent and they'll be very sensitive inside. But when you talk about their nature, they'll be very open, outgoing, and they love to go, love to make friends, love to talk to people. So yes, this is the contradictory feature of again CP. They'll be sympathetic at one level of pathology when the pathology just begins up, and when they develop that pathology moves to the progressive stage, that the inner discontent will make them unsympathetic. They won't be sympathetic anymore when they develop progressive stage of the pathology. And usually their feelings can be easily hurt. What will they try is they do not want company at that point when they'll be hurt, and suddenly they'll become angry, they'll shout. So such is the nature of CP or calcarea phos. In fact, if you say that Grovergal constitution, we usually study of hydrogenoid constitution. When you talk about Antimtat, Dalkamara, there are some remedies which belongs to Grovergal constitution. So that Stalwart also mentioned that this is a very important remedy for chronic hydrocephalus. So when you see a child who is suffering from hydrocephalus, you can think of this remedy. And this is he has used it prenatal. It is he has used CP as a prenatal remedy during pregnancy to a woman who had a history of hydrocephalic children. So already she gave birth to a hydrocephalic child, and he has used this as a prenatal remedy during pregnancy so that the new child doesn't become hydrocephalic. So plus, we already discussed that CP is a great chilly remedy. So Dr. Herring also has mentioned in his guiding symptoms that the chills of the CP runs up the back. This is a question for AIPGT also. So do remember this sentence, that the chills run up the back, terrible muscular jerks in the body which almost throw him out of his chair. So the back would have so much feel so cold, so chilly, that they'll have muscular jerks inside the body, and they'll have just to stand up. So this is a marked keynote symptom of calcarea phos. You should remember. Now the compilation which was done by Dr. Jonathan Hardy is the theme all revolves around nutrition, deprivation, there is grief, there is intellectual study, just to show people that they are very good. And you know that calcium phosphate inside the body, when you talk about doctrine of signature inside the body, they are found in bones. They help in the making the bones hard, and they are very important constituent of enamel. So again, that is why, because they are being used for dentition problems. So when you talk about infants and children of calcarea phos, so he has described it like a Chinese noodle. So I think I put the picture before. Will be biting their nails and often putting their fingers into the mouth. They'll be biting their nails. So such children, when you see a very lean, thin child, I would say lean child who is very weak and malnourished, anemic, peevish, and having a flabby abdomen. Just remember flabby abdomen. He'll look like a Chinese noodle. You can say he has described it, and who will be biting the nails, and he'll always ask his mother to carry her or him, so all the time. So such CP is very important to remember. And because of this deprivation, marasmus things and nutritional problems may occur. Celiac disease children, when you see mild absorption syndromes, children, worms problems. So this is a very good remedy for all these conditions because of this nature. And they'll have aversion to mother's milk. They won't, they'll be showing aversion to mother's milk. They'll show slow dentition, slow developmental delays may be there, and they'll have ravenous appetite but weak digestion again, because each sort of food in fact hurts the stomach. At one point also, when you study about the rheumatic complaints of CP, or when you study about the headache of calcarea fos, so you will see that the patient is also having cannot even bear the smell of the food sometimes in the morning time when they are having headache. So yes, every bite of food is hurting their stomach. That's why they are not able to digest. We already studied this, how the development of teen and child of CP occurs. Now, what is the miasmatic character? We are continuously seeing how is the nature of how is the personality of the CP person. It's a very deep acting remedy, and usually patient with having tubercular miasm present with present with such symptoms. So you can use it as a very good remedy for restless people who cannot find a place where they can feel peace, or they'll have always desire to go out, and then they'll have a desire to go home. They'll have a desire, they won't be stable like a tubercular person. So there is a feeling, core sensation of feeling restricted, and they'll be having a desire to move out, and then that move out desire will go off, and then they'll have a desire to go home. So such is a nature of calcarea fos. Now we'll just wind up with some of the comparisons and a case of 2-3 cases which are being dealt by doctors, which have being dealt by many of the stalwarts. So there was a case of a woman was there by Dr. John Sholton. He has quoted, she has never been well since a trauma at the age of 20. So this trauma was that the head of her school told her parents that in front of somebody, that other people, that she was not good at studying and she should not go to other secondary school, etc. So such was the history of that trauma. So she was being insulted. She was being insulted, that that woman was being insulted that वो पढ़ाई अच्छे से नहीं करती है, she's not good at studying. So from this point, after that incident, she became anxious, she lost her playfulness, and she was having severe rheumatic pains in the back. So she was prescribed calcarea fos by Dr. John Sholton. So that showed a very marked improvement, and her backache disappeared. She recovered, and she became so cheerful after that, after prescribing CP. Again, a case of a 4-year-old boy who had a history of head injury, and usually he, after that injury, he was moaning, he was crying, he was shrieking for 72 hours. His father carried him about and took him to walks, but there was no effect. Chamomilla was given to this child, but he was not being relieved. This is the level of discontentment, this is the level of restlessness in CP, remember. So Chamomilla even didn't relieve that child, and he was given CP, and he went in the restful sleep. And now after that, after the prescription, he was much better. Now we'll just differentiate few of the remedies that are very good and very similar when you talk. CP and tuberculinum are very similar remedies, and they must be differentiated. They both have desire for smoked meats. They both have desire to travel. And tuberculinum patient also you will find like a tubercular nature, and CP also, except for flabby abdomen. So when you see the difference, there is a level of dissatisfaction which is to be differentiated in CP and tuberculinum. So CP child, usually when he's hurt, what he'll do is he'll withdraw himself, he'll begin to complain, he'll moan, he'll cry, and he won't be satisfied by anything. It seems to be unaware of what it was before, and he is not satisfied. When you talk about tuberculinum child, on the other hand, he'll do is he'll be having an active dissatisfaction. He won't complain. He will become malicious. He'll try to hurt others. So do remember, Calcarea would complain, he'll cry, he'll not be satisfied, but he won't do any harm, he won't do hurt, he won't hurt others because of its timidity, because of that shy nature. And now when you see a mother of tuberculinum child, she comes and she'll say he was a very good child, she was very nice, now he has become very nasty. So don't give Calcarea Fos to such tubercular patients or such nature patients who have said dissatisfaction if they have become malicious. Also, usually tuberculinum patients are unhappy with the surroundings, and again they'll also have a love to travel. They search for another circumstances, another conditions, and they'll be going out just because of that unsatisfaction, because they don't like that environment and they are unhappy with the surroundings. So CP and aurum, again, this is a very good characteristic which is being similar, moaning during sleep. In the sleep, usually children who moans in their sleep, the main remedy you think of is aurum metallicum and Calcarea Fos. So this is the discontentment again of Calcarea Fos, that the children usually complain, they're peevish, they moan, they groan, they are groaning, they are crying, and when they have bone pains, they whatever typical moaning child presentation would be there. So mother, when a CP mother comes to you, she'll said that he's a very moaning child, and these are the two words which will compile. So which will compile the CP person, and the main usually CP the remedy for such moaning in the sleep in children is you will prescribe Calcarea Fos. When you see this moaning in adults, go for aurum. Go for aurum. So this is the differentiating feature again. When you talk about CP and staph, again, this is a very similar remedies ailments from. They both have indignation. They'll be, whenever they are insulted, they staph insult and CP insult is to be differentiated in this context. Like whenever insulted, CP does not stay in order to fight back. He'll just leave. He'll just leave from the situation. He'll just run away. He won't say anything. Though he'll have an indignation sensation inside, but he won't fight back. When you talk about staph, they are very sweet people. They are very mild. They are very good people. Accept kar lete hain. And when you both of them will not react to that indignation, that insult. Also, you must have read that symptom of Staphylococcus aureus in Alan's keynotes. Then whenever insulted, the staff would go home and just sit down. He won't react. So that is again a red line symptom of staph. Both will go home. They won't fight back, but they'll be sweet. Staff will remain sweet. They'll remain mild. They'll accept it, and they'll have that ailments from will go into the disease, whatever it is. But in nature, they'll be sweet. When you talk about Calcarea, because of this indignation, they'll become vehement. They'll become violent. They'll become angry, and they'll be displeased with others. They won't be able. You won't be able to please them. You won't be able to please a CP child. Chamomilla, we already discussed before also that a patient was given chamomilla, but then CP relief. So usually when you talk about ability to reflect, ability to pursue daily activities, as obviously mental stamina begins to suffer or in CP patients. They lose interest, they'll be indifferent to exertion. So what happens is that mental flabbiness is there again, similar to Calcarea carb in Calcarea Fos also, but their ability to reflect that flabbiness, that interest is very much compromised. This is opposite of chamomilla, whose ability to reflect back, ability to express is quite active. So you can differentiate between CP and acid Fos again. Both will have dislike to mental exertion and worse from thinking about the complaints. But the emotions, usually there is an emotional indifference in Calcarea Fos, and similar to that of phosphoric acid. but not to that level of emotional indifference as seen as acid FOS patient. So you must remember this. And now we have CP and Ignatia, which can be differentiated because of this. They both have a sign. This feeling, involuntary sighing, may be seen in Ignatia as well and Calcarea FOS as well. But both their sighing is different because sighing in Calcarea FOS is of physical origin. That is, they'll have a physical pathology. They'll have a weak respiratory apparatus. And when you talk about Ignatia, that sighing is because of the incident of grief, that the psychological etiology. So remember these two pictures. And now the end, this is a very good biochemic remedy. I have myself used it as a biochemic. So it's a great remedy for nutrition and healing benefits it provides to bones, to teeth, to nails, and it boosts the body's ability to access all essential minerals, whichever is being weakened down. It helps to restore tone and growth, injuries, wear and tear illness, so teething pains, for sore throats, for sore throats, where when people have painful coughs and they have so pain in the throat that they won't be able to open up and say, such things cannot, even such pain is there. So it is a very great remedy when you use it for these things, in even in 6x potency as a biochemic by Schussler. It's one of the 12 Schussler remedies. So this is a very great remedy. So I hope I made my part very much clear to everybody, and you had a great you learned at least something out of Calcarea FOS, and you will be able to utilize it into practice. So now we can have a query section with anybody, with everybody. So you can ask your queries. I would like to request Dr. Hina or Dr. Arun, who is with us, to or Dr. Aditi Bhattnagar, to please have the session. Dr. Hina. Dr. Aditi, I've made you the co-host.
Yeah, hi. I don't think there are any questions so far. Let me just check in the chat box. So everyone, if you all have any questions, just let us know so that we can unmute you and have the question answer session.
Yeah, sure. I'll just type
There,
my email. I'll type my email ID. There is a query to type my email ID. You want my email ID?
yeah, or you can personally also reach
Sorry.
here.
You can personally contact. Sorry, I just made the wrong email.
Okay,
Send.
there's one question for you.
Yes.
It is, what is the difference between chills of gelsemium and calcarea FOS?
Very good question. So when you talk about gelsemium chills, they are more towards the fever. You must have seen a patient of gelsemium who is very thirsty, who is very whenever he's suffering from fever, and they have usually that chill is during the fever. When you talk about of gelsemium, they'll be chilly, and they'll have extreme thirst. They won't be able to adjust to that during that pathology. But when you talk about Calcarea FOS, that chilliness is being seen in each and every complaint of CP. So Calcarea FOS chilliness is like he'll be aggravated by every change of weather, every issues, every problems. So Calcarea FOS must be remembered for every change of weather, and these such complaints, like I would say, if you talk about, for example, if you talk about a patient who is a chilly patient again, and he's having chills and fever during this season only. You can assume this is a very good season when you can use gelsemium. So when you usually use gelsemium, so that sort of chill you'll see in the gelsemium patient would be they'll have soft slow pulse, there'll be chilliness up and down the back, up and down the back. They'll have heat and sweat stages, but when you and they'll have nervous chills, they'll be greatly prostrated, they'll have they'll have chill without thirst, and there is a wave like motion in the spine when you see. So when you talk about chill in the Calcarea foss, so Calcarea foss, we already discussed that they have they have chill and running to the back, and when they are suffering from this chill or this chilliness, they'll be suffering from they'll have a great thirst, they have a great appetite during that chill. They may suffer from headache, they may suffer from sweating that moment. So yes, these are the differentiating features of Stelcemium and Calcarea foss. Rest you can study from the book as well. You will differentiate. Can I know your reference books? Yes, there are many reference books which I referred. Like I referred Clark, I referred Borick, I referred Kent, I referred Allen, I referred Vithelkas sir's book. I referred to Jonathan Hardy sir book. I referred to John Cholton's books. I even referred to Rajan Shankaran sir's book. So there are numerous things I referred to, and I hope any other question is there. Can you differentiate between tuberculinum and CP? I already differentiated that there is a sense of dissatisfaction. Though they have desire to travel, they both have desire for smoked meats, etc. But that level of dissatisfaction is different in both of them. Tuberculinum, when you talk about tuberculinum dissatisfaction, you will see that dissatisfaction, they'll just become bored, and they'll become malicious, they'll try to hurt others. And when you talk about CP, they'll just moan, cry, they'll cry, roenge wo, they morning to night they'll cry down, but they won't become malicious, they won't try to hurt others. But tuberculinum patient will obviously try to hurt others. So I hope any more questions we have. I think we have more questions.
There was a hand raised by Dr. Umarani. Do you have a question? We have unmuted you. In case you have a question, you can ask her right now.
What is the
You are unmuted. You can ask the
Yeah.
question.
There is a question, what are the syphilitic rubric of Calcarea foss? So you can see whenever the patient is into syphilis stage, he'll go towards destruction. Everybody knows that whenever the body is going towards destruction, mentally or at the physical level, so that would be at the syphilitic nature. So you can see if you're seeing a patient of depression who is having complete fears, anxiety patient, panic attacks, or patient having destruction of bones or osteoarthritis or osteoporosis, so in such cases you will have to search for syphilitic rubrics, and according to the disease you can search for syphilitic rubrics. And for further for things, you can even mail me or call me. I think there is a question on STSH research project, so I would just ask the person to contact me on my WhatsApp. Dr. Sanket, I just request you to please contact me on WhatsApp. I'll guide you what is the STSH project of CCRH. It is a project for students, UG students and PG students. They provide a scholarship to their students who did do a research. Like for 6 months, it is for UG students, and for a period of 18 months, it's for PG students. Like it's a amount for you can say 3 years only. They have to submit their dissertation. So they have a scholarship amount of 10,000 for UG students and a scholarship amount of 25,000. You can visit on ccrhscholarship.in. There is a website. So CCRH key. So you can get all the information there. For any guidance, you can call me at my number. You already differentiated upon, for Ignatia.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Ignatia and Calcarea foss. And
Disappointment, yes.
Calcarea fos and tuberculinum are already differentiated. She had already put up a slide.
Yeah.
So please ask questions related to presentation
I'll
only.
just share one more thing. I think I just missed out one more point. So there was a very important thing which one of my senior has helped me out. I think he's not with us today, but yes, he's the person behind this series as well, Dr. Yogesh. So he just asked me to discuss you all with this feature also of this periodic table. So see how you can see this nature through the periodic table, how this energy goes, non-metallic, metallic character. Everybody have studied about periodic table during their graduations. So when you see this calcium and phosphorus, you can see they are basic in nature, and phosphorus is acidic in nature. When these both combine, there is an that is amphoteric nature happens, because the left side of the periodic table and the right side of the periodic table is combining together. So these all features of this source, you can say, the doctrine of signature, or when you study according to periodic table. So you can see such things that this presentation come in the patient also, or the symptoms of Calcarea fos also, because of these features of periodic table. I just wanted to share this. He sent me. Any more doubts? Any more queries? I think I should stop screen share. Yeah. So nitric acid and Calcarea fos. Calcarea fos and nitric acid are very different remedies, I would say. Though they are sympathetic, they have problems when they hear a bad news. Nitric acid also reacts like this. But then when you talk about miasmatic nature, Calcarea fos is more towards bone infections and tubercular nature. They don't go towards the syphilitic nature. Nitric acid is more towards the syphilitic miasm, I would say. Syphilitic miasm, nitric acid. Many complaints which have, whenever you study the weakness or the you prescribe it for growth, you prescribe it for splinter-like sensations in the body, and that nitric acid is more towards the psychosyphilitic miasm. I hope I made it clear. Yeah, we can have another session for pediatrics, but I think we have pediatrics session. I would arrange with some other doctor, because he's the best in pediatrics. I have learned all pediatric problems or whatever queries I get from Dr. Navneet Bidani sir. He's you may be knowing him. He's from Hisar, Dr. Bidani's Healing Center. So he's MD in pediatrics, and I have listened to all webinars, all seminars of him on pediatrics, and he's a great teacher. So I think, Dr. Pratima, if you need a good class of pediatrics, I'll add you in my pediatric study group as well of Dr. Navneet Bidani, and we can have a session on pediatric as well in future with Dr. Navneet. So because he would be better explaining rather than me. So I hope we had a good session and a good number of participants and interaction. I hand over the session to Dr. Aditi if you want to say something.
Yeah, it was a very good session. You've pretty much covered everything, and the slides were all over self-explanatory. The question answer session is also done. You've answered everything. So a very good session. And thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much.
Tomorrow we will have a session on cases. Yeah.
Cases tomorrow we have a session tomorrow we have a session by Dr. Arun Gawande. Here we'll share the link with you all. He'll be discussing a case of Calcarea fos, and he'll discuss how the person cured. We'll have him tomorrow. So I hope everybody will join us tomorrow, so that you can clear Calcarea fos actually through a case study also. So you can, I just want to tell everybody that if you have any queries, then you can mail me at dryashika@gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp me. I've put my number in the chat box. So please WhatsApp me. I would request Dr. Pratima also to please WhatsApp me at my number so that I can add you in the book, in the group of pediatric study. So if you want to learn pediatrics. So I think I made my part clear. We should end this session. I
Yeah,
hope we can.
thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you. And you have done a lot of efforts and taken references from many books. That was really good. And the LSMC table that you formed also was very nice and self-explanatory. The references regarding the periodic table and everything. So overall, a very, very good session. Thank you, Dr. Yashika. And have a lovely evening. And all of you all have a lovely evening. Okay, so we can end here. Thank you, everyone.